He rose quickly through the ranks of the Black Templars with a heavy grimace of determination and sheer will. He has slain many Xenos and traitor Marines by shooting them the deadliest of all grimaces. This is because he possesses the mightiest grimaces in all of the Warhammer 40K universe. He is High Grimace Helbrecht, the chapter master of the Black Templars. Welcome on in, this is Spruce and Studs, and we have finally hit that lovely September month where we're getting lots and lots of chapter masters that are coming. And the chapter master, obviously, we're going to be reviewing today is High Marshal Helbrecht. And without further ado, let's just jump in the review. Borrowing the Marshal's sword to open the High Marshal's box. See how this works. It appears that the High Marshal's packaging is completely regular, but the insides are not. This is going to be an awesome figure. Ah yes, High Marshal Helbrecht. We've now finally have this golden god on our hands so that we can feast in this review. So, let's start off with what we normally do, which is focus in on the helmeted area. So the helmeted area actually reminds me of Baird's Revenge, very much so, mainly because it's got almost like this bucket type of helm, and it's also got this cross in front. And again, I love the lensing on this action figure with the metallic look on it, and there is shading going on in the recesses of this helmet too, which stands out very nicely. So now moving on from the helmet, we are going to look at the pauldrons of this lovely action figure, and we have the characteristic Black Templars cross right here, but on top we have more action going on with these skulls. These skulls are actually very interesting in that it kind of reminds me of, well, Helbrecht's face in that it's got this like metal portion hanging over the forehead region, and it's nice that these skulls have shading on it too. As we flip around the other side of the pauldron, once again, Black Templars logo and more golden goodness over here. And now moving in on the center of this action figure, you get this nice chain that's running across here, as well as a skull with wings iconography. There's a nice Black Templars logo fully emblazoned on this guy's chest. And moving on from that, what else does this action figure have? Well, pinned onto the pauldron area is a very long Black Templars only purity seal, as you can see over here. So you got another Black Templars logo and a very long ribbon that is extending down over here. And the ribbon is also very nice in that, once again, JoyToy has imprinted the plastic area, so you can see that there is some nice calligraphy on this ribbon itself. And then taking a look at the arms, the one that I'm going to be focusing on is the right arm because it is the most adorned out of the two. So taking a look at this one, obviously you have a mechanical arm here, and it's also been very highly weathered, just like the bolt rifles that we have come to know and love from the lovely Primaris. As you can see, there's a ton of weathering that's going on, and there's a nice gold band that's running across over here. And obviously over here you have your chains of devotion that's supposed to be attaching to these sort of high marshals, in which we will take a look at. And moving on from there, we will look at the waist region of this action figure. What do we have? Well, we have an amulet that extends down here, and the amulet is also highly weathered. It's got a nice sword pendant that is dangling down, and this is also made of a very soft plastic material. The belt region really does not have any highlights, but I will have to say that this tabard over here does have some highlights that are sticking up, which is really nice. Taking a look at the side region of this lovely action figure, you have an icon going on over here. And let's see if that icon exists on the other side. Nope, it is completely bare and unadorned. So the loincloth area, once again, is highlighted in the highest peaks. Obviously, you can't shade black, so this is the best that they could possibly do. Moving on the other side, it is completely red. And speaking of what's underneath, let's take a look at the leg region over here. You have purity seals that are on the right-hand side. And over here, you have a gigantic white sun that is shining forth on this guy's left knee. Now, let's take a look at this Cape of Helbrecht. So this Cape of Helbrecht is actually attached by this lovely purity seal over here, and it's further affixed by putting the backpack over the cape. The cape is pretty good looking. You get a decent amount of shading that's going on in the recess of it, as you can see here. And there's a lot of embroidery that's going on the edges of this cape. All right, so we will put down the body of Helbrecht and looked at his weapons of destruction, starting with ferocity. So you've got this melt-a-gun on top, and then you get to see the body of the melt-a-gun, and then on the bottom is your regular bolt rifle, and this is the magazine over here. Moving on from ferocity, we have the Sword of High Marshals. And this sword, as I'm looking at it right now, is fortunately and unfortunately a very monochrome silver color. I'm used to, again, the Power Sword Gradient, where you have the dark colors down here and then gradually lightens up. There is some sort of highlighting that's going on the tips of it, but it is fairly faint. Now that we've taken a look at the sword, let's take a look at the backpack itself. And the backpack is actually really cool. I really like these candles that are over here. You can see how the wax is melting over here, which reflects real life very nicely. And within this backpack also is a very long flowy purity seal that is also made of a soft plastic. There's a couple things that set this backpack apart from other ones. Obviously, this gigantic skull in the middle over here that kind of looks like Helbrecht's face, which we'll get to in a second. And this also gigantic golden iconography here that kind of looks like a sun too. On top of that, this backpack is also very interesting in that this area is two-toned. So you've got this gold portion over here and the studded silver portion, along with this chain that's also attached. So this is something new that we've seen from JoyToy, obviously, because this guy, well, is a special character. And now finally, we will take a look at Helbrecht's very grimaced face going on over here. And as you can tell, he's a very pasty-looking individual. Looks like he could use a little bit of sun. Regardless, the eyes are set accurately in the face. He's got some sort of shading going on, but he actually does have some rosy cheeks on the highest portion of his face. And once again, he has a very, very grimaced look on his face. Oh yes, there's one more thing too that I forgot to mention. There's this little lantern type of amulet that's supposed to hang, I believe, on Helbrecht's arm right here. It's made of soft plastic. You can loop it around the arm using this. And then the lantern itself is actually pretty ornate looking with these blue areas and then red areas in the middle right here. So very, very nice accessories. Let me wrap this one up quickly for you all. So obviously I have Helbrecht sitting on the left-hand side of me, and I'll let you know what I think about this action figure. Well, first of all, there's a lot to take in for this guy. There's a bunch of lovely Black Templars iconography. I really liked how this figure actually turned out. First thing I'm going to point out, the gold color of the armor, which is very unique, and it stands out from any single one of the action figures that JoyToy has produced. So that's one big thing. Second big thing is Helbrecht's face. Obviously, he's got a very unique face that's going on with the lovely grimace that you see in all the marshals, apparently. And there's also the Sword of the High Templars, which is very cool looking as well. I think that this is one of the most complex and most detailed action figures that JoyToy has released to date. So the $1 million question, or the $60 or $70 question is this guy worth getting? So I'll have to say, if you're a special figures collector, obviously if you're a Black Templars lover, and I know that a lot of people who watch this love Black Templars, this, in my opinion, is a must get. You have to have Helbrecht to complete your Black Templars line. So let me know what you think about Helbrecht in the comments section below. See if this guy is a no-go for you or a definite must get. But my verdict is this is definitely a must get, because I love special characters, and special characters obviously have a very unique place in the Warhammer 40K universe. So this is Sprues and Studs. Thank you for joining me on this review, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are unsubscribed right now, please smash that subscribe button, because you know that I'm going to be giving you highly detailed reviews on these lovely action figures. And for the members of the chapter who are already subscribed, once again, thank you so much for tuning in so religiously every single week. You guys are the best, and you guys keep me going and keep pushing me to be a better content creator. So thank you for those little teachings that you leave in the comments section. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next one.